I'm Lynn.
And I'm Arnie.
And this is
I'm not quite sure.
a little Dorset ewe lamb. Welcome to Utopia Farms on a very special day, because today's the day we hit 10,000 subscribers. But chores have to carry on. Today we'll introduce you to one of the season's popular lambs. We'll see Katie's other job. Then we'll take you along for evening chores, and we'll see how the lambs come in at dusk. We'll check on the Suffolk ewes, and then finally we'll feed the big boys. So, we can't sit around here all morning. We got work to do, so let's get started. Look at the lambs in here this morning. We got a whole bunch in the feeders. Pretty well. Most of the lambs, there's a few back here, but most of them are up in the creep area this morning. All at the feed trough. Arnie's just moving some of this hay over from here into the other trough because they prefer that one, so all that hay had been eaten up. And of course we've got this one. She's patiently or impatiently waiting for that treat that Arnie's conditioned her to receive. So now that we've started it, we gotta finish it. Oh, you're a sweetheart. You are a sweetheart. She's a Dorset Texel cross, so Texels aren't the most attractive sheep, but if you put a little Dorset on them, look at the cute little face she has now. She's got the nice round muscular body of a Texel, but she has the cuteness of a Dorset. They really are a nice, this is my favorite of the Dorset crosses. And Texels have that really calm disposition, so Dorsets tend to be a little more wild. If you put the Texel on them, they get a lot more friendly. Like this girl. Oh, you're a clever girl. Oh, here's Chewy. Chewy knows that routine too, doesn't she? But she has nothing there. So I know we talk about little Stinky all the time, and so we thought we'd catch her to show her to everybody. Stinky, how you doing? I want to get her tag number because I want to find out 459 on Stinky. Stinky!
Yeah, she smells.
What do you expect?
Yeah, she does.
Well, because she gets peed on. She's our rear nurser, but everybody seems to be liking her because we all like the underdog, or the one that's, we won't call her an underdog, we'll say she's just unique. She likes to nurse from behind. And she's the one who does all the fabulous leaps off the box too. So she's got character. Oh, she's a heavy little girl.
See how bad you look, Stinky.
Stinky's a really nice lamb, but I want to double check and see if she's a purebred or not. I'll go check her records.
Stinky, you're eating. Go back and eat. Yeah, she actually smells.
Oh, of course she does. And normally,
that second lamb was lippy.
oh, she's in the hall. See, they're all eating at that new feeder now. We got a few that like to eat the little dribbles and drabbles under the feeder. See, there's one in here nibbling away. I think they learn that when they're eating on the side of their mothers, that if they eat in there, they don't get trampled on. And then they keep doing it when they're in the lamb pen too. Someone suggested that we get a little rat dog for the barn, like a Jack Russell Terrier. And we don't often show this, but Katie is our rat dog. When she's not working, she's going through the barns doing this, catching rats. And I don't know, in one of our videos, we were moving sheep, and a rat ran down the yard, and she caught it right away. But that's what she's doing right now. She's seen a rat in there, and she actually catches them. It's kind of ruthless, but she does a really good job. But we've got a rat solution that doesn't involve poison. It's going to be coming soon, so we'll show you what that is and see how that works out for us. We just let the girls out. Sally decided that she didn't want to go all the way out with them, so she's come back. But all the girls are way out there. And this is Ben's moment where he can round them all up and take them some spot that he decides is the best place for them. He never bites them, which is really good. But he just loves that. Oh, it's freezing today. So instead of doing morning chores today, we started off there in the morning, but I thought we'd go around and do the evening chores, which are not the nighttime checks, but this is these are the chores we do. Usually it's Arnie doing them mainly, and that's when I'm in the house making dinner. But we were doing a lot of house renovations all day today, so I didn't get much filmed out on the farm. So I thought, this is a different time of day, so maybe we'll have a look and see how the sheep behave differently at the different times of day, because they really are different. In the morning they're really pumped up, and then at 3 o'clock they're all in mellow mode. Right now it's about 5 o'clock. Hi. So not quite dinner time, but they're looking at me because they're wondering if I am going to be bringing supper now. But I'm not associated with food, so generally they're quite quiet around me. But they're all in the yard, in from grazing. The gate's open here, and they're all in because the sun's going down earlier now. The clocks have fallen back, but it gets dark really early. So I think by about 6 o'clock it's pitch dark now. So Arnie will be feeding these guys. Hi. And see, that's the red face. People always say, are they hurt? Did he get injured? Was he fighting? No, he was rubbing his head against the barn there. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. So similar routine. Arnie's coming with the buckets, and he'll be feeding grain, because we do feed our sheep twice a day so that they don't gorge out all at once. So we got our barley comes out of the red tank that's outside, and our corn comes out of the gray tank, and we mix it in this bucket, and then they're getting an approximate 50-50 mix of the corn and barley. So these are the tanks out here. This red one is the barley, and this gray bin is the corn. So that's the corn coming out. And that's the barley.
I wish we didn't sell any of the barley actually, but I can't store it.
Yeah, so we did sell a bunch of our barley. and we hold back what we think we're going to use in a year. But this year we used to feed just corn, and this year we've mixed it up 50-50.
So that's what I'm just going to bring this over for tonight. Then we have it ready.
So he's only feeding some of the sheep at this time of day. Probably all the replacement lambs are going to get fed now, and the rams at the front of the barn. But the other coverall, we don't feed the grain right now because you see how the sheep scream and stuff when we feed grain. And he does have to go back and feed a nighttime bottle when it's dark. So if he does that, the ewes will start screaming. The lambs may not hear that the bottles are being fed. And it's just not pleasant to work in all that noise. So those girls will be fed when he feeds the bottles, so that it's quiet for everybody and everybody's eating at the same time. But he gets it all prepared, so it's all here for the evening.
Hold on. That's the problem with the ewe lambs. They're still outside. You can bring them in or leave them.
Okay, so here we are over here. You can see the sun's already going down. So these are the rams. Hi, buddy.
What's wrong with this guy? The classic.
Yeah, he's really nice. I think he'd do well at the classic.
Well, it depends how many are there, eh?
Hi, guys. So these guys are all going to get fed, and they're going to come in for the night. We hate to lock them up at this time because normally they'd stay out an extra couple hours, but the sun is going to go down, and with the sun setting comes the coyotes, and we just don't want that. And when it's pitch dark, we can't see if everybody's in. This is these guys are just terrified of us, so they're
These only a little bit, about 4 or 5 inches of grain, just to give them that limestone.
And you see the girls were out in the pasture as we were coming in, but they also see that the sun is setting, and they see movement around the barns, so they know it's time to come in for the night. So I imagine by the time he's finished feeding the rams here, all the ewes will be in, and we'll lock the gate for them too. Actually, a couple of them went down the alleyway. I'll just go round them up for Arnie so that they go in the back of the barn. And I see it's just the Dorset group. Troublemakers. So, and as you see here, they've separated into the white group. These are the white keepers. There's one black-headed one back there, but you know who that is? That's Tammy. And Tammy's a cross. She's our only cross that we kept back this year. And I guess she's kind of, she's the go-between between the two breeds, I guess. You don't really have to herd them in. They kind of know the routine themselves. See, they've gone around the corner and they're going into the barn there. Today was the day that the temperature dropped. I think we only got to a high of 8. Much better than snow temperatures, but still anything below double digits Celsius is too cold for me. So we do a quick scan of the field they were in. Occasionally you'll have someone who's stuck their head through the fence and she's stuck or something like that, but I can see that there's nobody there, nobody's in the alleyway, so it's safe to shut the gates. Here they are in the barn. You can see it's a little darker, and Christmas lights that we string up for the night have turned on. They're on a timer. So we got these rams. They're a little too interested in the ewes. We do have a double gate up back here, but he didn't set it up right. Like we didn't have the eyes on the other panel, so there's one point where they can sniff each other, and that's not good. So we're just trying to make it a little more difficult for him now. But maybe tomorrow we'll put the gates up properly so it won't be like this. I think, well, this is mainly the guy that does it, the one with the green here on the back. But the one that was just there was a different one.
So if we don't sell this one, maybe we'll take another plastic.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I think he's got good legs. He's extremely nice.
Does that mean we have to alter?
And I think that one's a gladiator one, and I think people like gladiators, so he'd probably do well. But hopefully he's sold long before the classic next year.
He's got the right head.
Yeah.
Why are you backing up, buddy? I just want to be a friend. But that is a machine right there, honestly.
Arnie's got
Kodiak
Kodiak
again. The
again.
size from his mother, eh?
Hi,
The
buddy.
is bigger, eh?
Yep.
Don't look at me like that.
Okay, well now we're on to this barn's done.
I'm going to feed
We're on
probably
to
that barn there.
We're going to do the middle barn. So now we'll feed the Suffolks. We just turned on the lights. They take a while to warm up. So it's pretty well the same routine as the morning. If they had eaten all their hay, we would have fed hay as well. But normally we feed hay in the morning and it lasts them all day, and we don't feed them again until the following morning. But the grain, like I say, we cut the ration in half, and we feed half now and half in the morning. That way they aren't gorging out. Hi, girls.
So these guys are about 2 months of bread now, buddy?
Oh, yeah, they would have. Yeah, for sure. They're halfway, for sure.
Yeah.
This is the later group. This group will be lambing February, March. Because we breed them in lots. Because we can only fit so many into our main barn, our main lambing barn in the winter at one time. So we can comfortably get about 150 ewes in the barn at a time. And then as they start lambing, the first ones will start, as they have their lambs and leave the barn, we'll bring these sheep over. So there's a lot of movement happening during lambing season.
So these are the end of February, 1st March.
Yeah, February, March, yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah.
I think they're actually showing a little bit, but maybe not. Hard to tell, but.
But this group we did were the last we put the rams in with, and when we pick the groups for breeding, we run them through a chute, and we picked the ones that were in the very best condition to go in the first groups. So these sheep here were the ones that lambed later or just weren't in as great a shape. These girls now, they're in great condition.
You won't want any heavier.
No, they're in great condition, but this is the group that we had to get back into condition. They had lost it from having multiples, from getting worms, from getting being bred late last year. Whatever the reason, they weren't in as good a shape as the first group. But right now, I'd say everybody's bang on where they need to be.
This group probably, how's it going? YouTube. Am I on YouTube? No. Oh, did you get it off?
We just had someone startle us as we were talking there. This is the mechanic from the John Deere dealership. Arnie had a little problem with his disc, so he came over and fixed it today. So So they're gonna go have a look at that. Turn their main lights off now, and all that stay on in here is that string of Christmas lights we have across the top, which gives them ambient light so that they can see a little bit at night, but not enough to keep them up all night long. That's it for that barn. 2 barns done. This is the barn that we will not be doing because this is where the bottle babies are. But I am going to turn their light on so that they have light for when Arnie comes to feed them tonight. So what did the guy do with the disc?
He thinks the cylinder's leaking.
Okay.
And so he says it's a cheap fix.
Okay.
And he says he's gonna pull it apart in the morning. He just took it off so he's gonna pull it apart in the morning. And he says when I pull it apart, if it looks fine, I'll just put it back together. There's something else wrong. But he said I'll know right away when I pull it apart if that was the problem. But it's bypassing the oil out of the cylinder.
Okay.
So, and so he just took it off with him. He's going to take it to the shop in the morning.
And this is the disc where he took the cylinder off.
Yeah, so
but there's always maintenance to do on these things, so you want to keep them. You want to keep them in good shape.
It's got a split axle, you see. So there's actually, instead of 1 cylinder, there's 2 cylinders on that. So they have to work in their lock with each other. Right?
So those are our grain bins and our silos. We don't use the silos anymore, but they are nice to look at anyway. And now we're gonna go feed the big boys and lock them up for the night too. The sun's almost all the way down now. Okay, here's the boys. This is mayhem. You have to really watch yourself when you feed rams in here. But they know the routine. See how they all quickly run to their spots? It actually is really handy. Hi, Scotty. You want your dinner too? Those are the bales we put in yesterday. Arnie's going to shut the gate. There's a lot of coyotes here at night, so we don't want any of these boys out there. I don't think the coyotes would bother an animal this big, but it's just something we're never going to risk. They all come into the barn at night. And you can see in the heifer barn where the other breeding group is, their Christmas lights are on in there. And the rams' lights have come on too. We have everything on timers, so when it gets dusk, they come on, and at dawn, they go off. No, Hannibal's a bruiser, but he's short.
That's where he should be.
He's British. The ones in the heifer barn are going to be fed tonight. So basically we did 2/3 of the sheep before dinner. And the heifer barn and the Dorset barn will be done after dinner. And the cats get fed twice a day, just a little in the morning and a little at night. Because if I put the whole meal out there, the pigeons eat it all. They're nasty. Buddy prefers to eat in the milk house. So the other cats are in the barn eating. He's out here. Special privileges for him. So that's it for today. We hit a big milestone today, but we couldn't have hit 10,000 subscribers if we didn't have 10,000 subscribers. So thank you very much for watching. And we're going to call that a day, and hopefully you'll join us again tomorrow for the next episode at Utopia Farms. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.